thank you for watching. Today we're gonna use the foam roller to relieve stress around the shoulders. We're gonna work the rotator cuff muscles as well as the deltoids and upper traps area, which lines up with some of those higher up rotator muscles, and get into the lats and serratus. But we're gonna start working the biceps and the triceps. So let's begin standing upright using a foam roller. So this foam roller is a Yes For All brand, and I got it on Amazon for a little over 20 bucks. It's about 8 inches in diameter, 3 feet long, and it's just simple foam. You can get them in different colors, which is kind of nice too. I picked the lovely purple. So let's start standing up, and we're going to work the biceps and the triceps to begin with. So you will need a wall, which you should have where you live. Entryway is nice in a doorway, or if you have just a wall like this in a room, this is ideal. So I'm going to show you the first version that if you do not have this kind of situation, or you don't want to roll the roller over your light switches in the door frame, we'll start on just the flat wall, and I'll show you that version. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the roller up on the wall just like this. Okay, so let's work the triceps first. We're going to take the back of the arm along the roller, and let's start right up at the top of the shoulder, and we're going to apply pressure. You can place a hand here and push if you like, or you can just walk your feet out and lean into it, and we're going to simply roll, walking a little bit all the way to right above that elbow, and then we're going to come right back through to the shoulder. Okay, and come through again, and back up to the shoulder. Okay, so I'm just going to run through these fairly quickly. Pause till you kind of figure it all out and you get your own kind of pattern going of how you want to do it and the body parts you want to run through, in what order, and then just kind of continue on watching as you need to. Okay, so triceps, running through back and forth. Okay, you can try straightening the arm, that contracts the muscle, and reaching, applying that pressure. Okay, you can also turn the body a little bit more facing the roller. This will get a little bit deeper for you as well. You can get a little bit of forward pressure as you lean into the wall and get a little deeper into those triceps. So back and forth there. Okay, so biceps, we're going to just turn the arm out, and we're getting to the inside of the arm here, so we're going along the biceps. So again, this one you can do against the wall by pressing, inwardly rotating that shoulder a little bit, applying pressure. Now you'll get a little bit of pressure here, but to get even more, this is where the doorway comes in handy. You can turn your body, line your arm up, elbow to shoulder, but this hand over here goes to the wall on the other side and presses. Press your palm into the wall there, and you get lots of really great pressure, and then you can roll back and forth, up and down those biceps. Kind of turn your shoulder out a little bit, turn your shoulder in a little bit, find those adhesions and work them out at your own pace. Okay, so this is a good place to start. So roll out here as much as you need to, do both sides, and then we're going to work into the deltoids. So for the next part, we're going to come down onto the floor. Alright, so after you're done working your biceps and triceps on both sides, we're going to come to the floor and we're going to work the deltoids. So there's 3 deltoids along the shoulder. Anterior, lateral one, which is the big meaty one that is most sore for people, and then you have the posterior one. So we're going to start on a side. So pick a side, either one, we're going to do both, and get down on the ground. So we're going to line the roller up right at the very top of the shoulder. Now the deltoids come down about 1/3 of the way down your upper arm. So as you roll, just make sure you get all the way down to the end. I'd say, just to be safe, go halfway down that upper arm to just get a nice thorough rolling across the muscle. So we want to start at the very top and get very lateral, so we're very much on our side, and then we're rolling all the way down. Okay. And then we're rolling our way back up. Okay, so give yourself a few times here just slowly to desensitize, because this could be pretty tender for you, and we don't want to go too quickly or too deeply into it. Now, to decrease pressure, if you're really hypersensitive here, the front hand can come down and just push it down into the ground to kind of lift you up and off of the roller a little bit to decrease that pressure. So once we come back up to the top, we're going to go all the way back up to the top, and we're rolling forward. So this is going to get that anterior one for us. Good. Once you come forward, this hand can come out to help support you, and then roll down. So this one you could potentially get standing up when we were doing the biceps, but I'm just showing you because they're all connected, and I want to do all three at the same time. And then back up to the top. So let's come back to lateral and roll back a little bit. Now this one also, that post out, you could get potentially doing the triceps. So you can kind of play with it and see what alignment works better for your body. So let's internally rotate this shoulder so we can get this part exposed a little bit more. Use your feet to help move your body and come down. And we roll. You can get triceps here too. Again, like I said, play with it. Find out what fits your body better. What do you like? What's most comfortable for you? Okay? So we're working the shoulder up and down. So taking your time with it, find the trigger points. The trigger points are points of adhesion, points of super hypersensitive pain. You might feel some burny sensations. You might feel some prickly sensations. It might be really tender in there. So just take your time with it and move through nice and slow. Okay? So let's work, continue moving on, and we'll get into the other parts of the shoulder. Okay? So as we come down, let's bring the arm over the top, and we're going to slide out. So I want you to start the roller right about mid-rib. Right about at the nipple line, okay? And we're going to work our way up that serratus, and we'll get into the insertion points of the latissimus as well. So sink in, good. Use your hand to decrease pressure. Find the spot for you that works, either in front or behind, or use your legs, okay? You're going to sink in. And then we're rolling. Instead of moving the body all over the place with the roller, I want you to take your hand and remove the roller instead. Move it up just an inch and sink in. Okay? So staying very lateral here, very much on the side of your body. Kind of sink in. Now here you may feel that we're right on that lateral edge of the scapula here. So you might feel some tenderness right at the tip of the shoulder blade. So if we can find the edge, that corner of the shoulder blade, let's slowly roll back. Okay. And then we come forward, nice and slow, really focusing where the tenderness is in your body. Where are you feeling the points of pain where they're kind of zinging you a little bit, and you want to just hold that spot and just kind of rock it gently and very slowly, and come into some deep breathing. Try to relax and allow those muscles to let go. Okay, so moving on, let's take the roller up a little bit higher. Sink in. So we're about mid shoulder blade here. You feel as you let your body sink down into the roller, it's probably sore here. Now, if you need some support for the head, just simply do this. And you can rest, make a fist, rest your head if you have fatigue in the neck. Okay, so we're going to stay very lateral, and then we're rolling back again, slowly, right over the bottom half of that scapula. And coming back, see if you can get to the medial side of it, or very, very close. Don't go all the way, because then we're all the way up to the ceiling, and we don't want to go that far. And then come back through. Nice and slow. Really paying attention, again, to where you're feeling it the most. Once we come through, you run through that a few times. Move up an inch. Okay? So here we're about at the back crease of our armpit. We got the bolster right in the groove of our armpit. Now here we can sink down, kind of scoot your legs, get nice and low. You can let your arm go and let the head hang down for a moment. Okay, lots of good pressure here. Stay consistent with the pressure. And we feel the lats here. We feel some of the serratus. We feel the teres, major, minor here, connecting to the back of the shoulder. So we want to come through and roll. Okay, roll back. Now you might want to just hang out here for a little bit if you're really tender right here, which most of us are. Lean back. See if you can get a little of that scapula over the roller and come back through. Find that groove, find that sore spot, and sink in. Scoot yourself down as low as you can go to get some good pressure. Okay? Now here we can roll forward again. We're right in the groove of the armpit. We can get into that subscap a bit deeper as we roll forward. Now we want to press the groove of the hollow part of your armpit down into the roller, that groove of the armpit, and come forward a little bit. Now you may find some burning knots in this area. Good. And then roll back. Yeah, that's talking to me. Roll forward again. Come through, sink down. Good. And then come back. So taking your time here. Roller classes that I teach, we spend an hour on the roller and we run through a good majority of the body here. And it feels like you've had a massage at the end, and it's really a wonderful deep pressure, trigger release, pain relief. Just notice if you feel a little floaty afterwards, if you might feel a little bit nauseated. If you do full body stuff, that's more likely. Just shoulder stuff, you'll probably be fine. But always hydrate afterwards, because we're releasing toxins, we're pulling yuck out of stuff, a stuck tight tissue, sticky tissue. We're releasing the joints. There's toxins, there's stuff just that gets stuck in there, and that causes you more pain. It contributes to it anyway. So flushing, drink water. Okay, just pay attention to how you're feeling, and be nice to yourself and hydrate so you can flush it through, so you don't get pain back in the joint, so you don't get a headache. It just helps. Okay, so let's come back through, more lateral. Take your time with it. We're going to move into the supraspinatus, and we're going to get, that kind of blends in nicely with the traps, so we're going to get there too. So let's turn the roller, and we're going to line it up just against the wall like this. Okay? So you're going to lie down. It's hard to get this spot with a roller unless you kind of lift your butt off the ground and you're upside down. But I found this is pretty darn good. So we're going to line up the groove, the edge of that roller. Find your knots, line yourself up where you need to be, hold it in place with your hand, and then push into the wall, okay? Find the pressure that you're looking for. Use your feet on your mat and kind of push down in that way with your feet. And then you can press harder into the wall and get that deep, deep pressure, okay? So we're going to bring the arm out. Find the grooves in you. You'll probably want to hang out here for a little bit and move this around and get different spots in the top of that shoulder. So we're going to release here. So we're going to bring the arm out to T, and we're bringing it up. Now you have the edge of the roller in the way, so we can only go so far, but bring it up as far as you can. And then we're going to bring it back down. Lift the arm up a little higher and reach. Good. Dig in there as far as you want to go with it, as far as you can. Most people like lots of pressure here. Arm up to the sky, all the way. Reach. Good. Just play with this, experiment with it. Find those spots where you can really get in there and release a lot of good tension. Good, and bring it back down. Again, staying here for a while. Really pushing as much as you need to get in there. And then releasing. Good. Moving that arm all around. As long as the arm elevates, you're contracting the muscle. Above the shoulder height is where you ideally want to go. But we do have a limited range of motion with the roller in the way. So you just reach as far as you can. Maybe take a moment, move it out a little bit. Find that edge. If you need this hand to hold the roller from getting away from you, hold it in place. And then we reach out. Again, getting in there. And back out. And reach. And just find what angles work better for you. Ideally, we want to be here, straight out, and then we lift. That's going to get the deepest contraction. But there's a lot of muscles in there from the neck that attach down, and you might want to just play with it and see what works better for you. Okay? Then when we're done, we're going to turn the roller again, and we can get the neck real quick. So, 2 ways to get the neck. Here's one, holding on, and just creating pressure, downward pressure. Look up a little bit so you can get right at the occiput, and turn your head to the left and right, nice and slow. And you'll find some knots in there. Take your time with it. Once you plant those trigger points, you find those deeper sore spots, hold it there, and make some tiny circles with your head. Back and forth in both directions, clockwise, counterclockwise. Look up, look down, look up, look down, left, right, left, right. More circles. All directions. Really targeting all sides of the tissue there where you're feeling the knot and offering up faster release that way. And it feels really nice. And run through. Okay, both sides, take your time. Again, you're probably going to want to hang out here for a little while and get some good knots out of the neck. Okay, if this pressure is not working for you, I got another move. We're just going to lay down on top of the roller. This will give you a nice chest opener too. So let's lie down and line ourselves up in such a way where the edge of the roller is at that occiput. Okay? So again, deep pressure. Kind of anchor yourself that way as you look up and kind of hook in to the bottom groove of that skull and find that deeper pressure. Hands can come out to balance you. You can widen the feet to balance you. and find those edges. Right along the ridge, find those deep knots and pain. Make your tiny circles. Both directions, yeses and nos. And then some more circles. And just take some time. And again, deep breaths. Find your yogic breathing. Take your time and relax with it here. And then you might want to come out to a little T with the arms or a soft cactus and relax the upper back. So let's bring some awareness between the shoulder blades, okay? So we're going to get in there at the rhomboids and relax that tight upper back. So we feel the shoulder blades on either side of the roller, and we're kind of hugging and squeezing those shoulder blades against the roller, and then relax. So let's not pull from the arms, let's pull from the shoulders and bring it back and squeeze. And then release. Okay, couple of these will be just nice and lovely for you for that back tension. Okay, and then we're going to bring the arms up to a T, or not a T, parallel to each other, straight up. Okay, again, we're working from the shoulders here. Let's drop the shoulders down, squeeze the roller, and then back up and stretch it all out. Bring it down and squeeze and back up. So notice if you're focusing in the right areas. The rhomboids are the muscles that pull these shoulder blades together. So let's focus there for our contraction. Squeeze. Roll those shoulders back a little bit and really anchor them down and in. Good. Let's do two more just like that. Down and in. Squeeze and reach. Down, squeeze, and lengthen it all out and reach. Good. Let's relax. Take a moment here and just soften the chest, soften the back. Enjoy that occiput pressure and open the chest and just take a moment. Let the body process what's going on. Good. And when you're ready, come on up. Okay? So hopefully that makes you feel much better. And I'll be doing much more of these. This is my first roller video. I've been kind of on a kick with the roller lately. So I will be bringing a lot more of that in. So just stay tuned with your subscription for when I post the next few. And if you have any requests, you can shoot me an email through my website at omshantihealing.com. And let me know if you have any roller requests or if you have any other requests for any sort of yoga videos or stretching or anything of that nature. So thank you very much for watching, and namaste.